So, The Hollywood Reporter is claiming Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck are the front runners to replace Kathleen Kennedy. There's not really like a lot to this aside from this is just not. It's just not good. Like Filoni's crap, and this won't be. This won't. This won't be good.
No.
At all. So. It says this, according to the Hollywood Reporter, studio insiders say Lucasfilm was likely to promote from within, with Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck expected to succeed Kathleen Kennedy in a shared leadership role. Now, conceptually, shared leaderships can actually work. Normally you'd have someone that's really good creatively, and then you have someone that's really good business-wise.
It's the Walton Roy Disney model.
Yeah, but Dave Filoni's dog shit, so whatever. Like, this is just crap. So yeah, weird. It says this, despite ongoing speculation about external candidates like former 20th Century Fox executive Emma Watts, the report says the current thinking inside Lucasfilm is that Filoni and Beck will take co-head roles. The idea, according to insiders, is to pass the reins to longtime veterans familiar with the franchise's DNA rather than bring in an outside voice. But that's probably the best thing to do, actually, get an outside voice, because everyone that's associated with everything right now is emotionally invested, and you also need someone to come in and just fire people willy-nilly that are shit.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to get that with someone that's familiar with it all, and also sort of just upend the entire sort of studio system. The whole thing needs to be upended. Like, they need to completely change the universe that they're sort of laying the framework for. And this is nonsense. Lucasfilm remains in many ways a family business, and as a George Lucas protege, Filoni long has been considered a golden boy. Yeah, is that why he was in Kathleen Kennedy's role? Oh wait, no, Kathleen Kennedy was in that role.
I hated writing that quote down because it's so ridiculous. Because he's not George Lucas's protege. He was George Lucas's employee.
Yeah, who he didn't promote. So obviously he's not a protege.
Yeah,
Dave Filoni he takes on whatever the person he's working for likes. When he was working for George, he made good Star Wars. Since he's been working for Kennedy, he's overseen. He specifically approved every script for The Acolyte.
Yep.
They made sure to say that. And that was even before he was the chief creative officer. So he's responsible for skeleton. The only thing he's not responsible for in the last, I'd say, like 5 or so years is Andor, and that's the one that people like.
Yep. He sucks as a creative when it comes to the franchise as a whole. If I was in charge, I would put him over the animation side and say, you're going to go do the animation stuff.
You're not allowed to write about witches anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And I would literally go on a firing spree after that. And I'd also put somebody in place on the animation side to keep Filoni in check. Because for those of you who have not seen his woman's conference speech he did there, Filoni is a joke. And he subscribes to all of Kathleen Kennedy's women power, feminist bullshit out there, and he sucks. So
well, Nick, this is the thing that we saw when it was announced that she was leaving, when that broke through Puck, and she did that she did that weird, like, defiant interview like a day later. She was basically saying like that she's going to pick who replaces her, and that's exactly anyone who thinks anything is going to change has got another thing coming, because they're replacing her with Dave Filoni and her Sith apprentice. Like, it's essentially going to be more of the same. My favorite comment someone made on this article was someone just wrote, "Cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place."
Yeah, exactly. And we've talked about this even on our channel for at least the last 3 years. And I've always said this: just because Kathleen Kennedy is gone changes nothing about Lucasfilm and Star Wars. It changes zero. Like, the people that are going to be out there celebrating that she's gone, like Star Wars is going to be saved or something, are delusional. It's not happening. It's only going to get worse or stay the same level of suck moving forward with these two in place. Carrie Beck, really?
Terrible choice.
Yeah.
Carrie Beck she's not in touch with the DNA of Star Wars. She's only been around for Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
She's not in touch with like fans. This is the other problem, right? Look, just about 4 years ago, Mr. Fetish himself showed up at a women's event talking about, more chicks in Star Wars. I'm tired of it.
There?
No. This Fetish Filoni and his Ahsoka love is really anything that he makes. He doesn't make anything. I don't. People have been saying things, including my friend Jonas, about how he was, he's not bad at animation. I'm like, he's not animating it. He's not even really.
He's not there.
Yeah, he's really not doing much. I mean, his storytelling is god awful, and the animators are saving it. And the dialogue is very childish. And this is the other problem. Star Wars may be oriented around younger humans, but it's never been childish.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. It's these people have the emotional maturity and thought processes of like 9-year-olds all the time. Like, Mr. Wolf himself here is just too enraptured with the things he was able to create. His one success is the only thing that he can lean on. And boy, does he lean on it. We are about to be inundated with more Princess Star Wars that has basically alienated all the fans. They didn't want 50-year-olds. Well, then you're not going to get any other generation after that, because it was the fathers and grandfathers that were taking their kids and grandchildren to see Star Wars things.
Yep.
They don't have that anymore. Disney has a problem. They've alienated the adults, the parents. They've gone too far away from family values, and here we are with this garbage. So if they put Beck in for real, if this actually happens, it's over. It's ball game. It's 5 more years of garbage.
It's already over, culture. It's already over.
What have I been telling you for 5 years?
Star Wars is dead.
That's right.
And for those of you that know about Phony Baloney's satanic witch wife,
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. His influence within the feminist movement and from his wife, is just all over all of his work. He does not need to be a part of Star Wars at all. And they just need to freaking boot him right out, but they won't because it's Disney.
He got so much credit for the Clone Wars with stuff like the Darth Sidious fighting Savage and Maul's comeback, the Night Sisters trilogy, because the Night Sisters were originally an extended universe thing. That was all George.
Part of a group, yeah, and he was a part of a group of people there. It's not like all this came out of him.
That was George. It was George's daughter. Like there were people that were feeding him those stories, and then he went with them. And also remember he worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a pretty good show, but then proved as it got into Legend of Korra that the creators were always woke wackadoodles. They just weren't allowed to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. That's what this is. Disney Star Wars is a hydra. You cut off one head to take its place. She was never going to allow anyone to come in and take over for her that was going to counteract anything that she has done or not adhere to her vision. If she has a say in it, this is legacy preservation. It's going to be, see, I was right. I'm not the only one that did stuff like this. Other people want to do it. And there is still this, I feel like a lot of people still kind of live under this rock that like, oh, Dave Filoni is really good for Star Wars because of the Clone Wars, because of Rebels. I will say Rebels was good, and that didn't involve George. But
I liked Rebels.
I like Rebels a lot. But yeah, I mean, Ahsoka was terrible. He
it was
completely how quickly did he cut the floor out from underneath Ashley Eckstein, who reportedly wanted to play Ahsoka in live action, but then Rosario Dawson campaigned for it, and we got Ahsoka who wasn't Ahsoka, who was just some old lady moving very slowly.
Yeah,
in
and
all
he
of her
turned
fight
Ezra, and he turned Ezra into a cuck bitch boy.
Of course he did.
And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it was so bad. The whole thing. And Sabine, it was like, she was like, got
It
to
was the
get to the
Sabine
show.
show. It was
Yeah,
so weird.
exactly.
Well, and somebody posted. I saw a video the other day. Somebody posted like the big final fight between Ahsoka and I forget the Night Sister lady's name, and they were like, "Dave Filoni gives us action like this." I'm like, "Is that an intentional self-own?" Because this is two old ladies slowly twirling batons at each other.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy gets the last laugh. Basically, that's how I titled my video earlier. I was like, she gets the last laugh. It's like, yep. Yeah,
and she is still going to produce everything. She's still going to be a producer on just about everything that they do.
Yeah, I saw Lulu Laser 03 in chat. I didn't notice Ezra's a cuck, but okay. Go rewatch the episode where he's riding bitch on the bike to Sabine, and then when
not just that, he ran off and just hid.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't mind that because in Rebels he definitely would have ridden bitch because he was a kid, and it was almost like he like reverted back to like the way they were during Rebels. But I get what you're saying, Nick. But yeah,
my issue was the fact that he just stayed on a weird planet, just hiding like a fucking loser.
Yeah. Oh, and then when they were fighting, and she goes to hand him the lightsaber, and he's like, no, I don't need it. I have the Force. And it's like,
and she didn't.
Dave Filoni, you idiot! Like everything about Ahsoka was terrible, other than a couple of the ass shots on Sabine.
I was so disappointed because I ever since Star Wars Masters of the Terras Kasi came out on PlayStation 1, I've been like, oh, what if like Force Kung Fu were a thing? Like, where you you push out with the Force as you hit, it sends them flying. Then I saw it in action and I was like, oh no, 12-year-old Marv, this was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Anyway. Terrible. Is there anything else to add to this, or should we?
Filoni sucks.
This is gonna end in tears. How about that?
So does Carrie Beck.
Yeah.